Hello, everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net, just synchronizing all my wonderful, good old YouTube. We're now live on YouTube. Hooray, hooray. I'm going to show you some stuff. There we go. Okay, so what we're looking at right now is MotiveWave, the software, the trading software with CFDs and Oanda, Forex data. This is a message going out to all you traders out there to show you what really is going on in the markets. Probably why I don't have a lot of people watching this stuff, because it's not exactly sugar and candy. And right now we are looking at the bottom here with a harmonic scan, price target here, real price here. That's a short call. I like to focus on the longs where the target price is higher than the current price. So I wanted to go over and just show you what's really going on in the markets. Namely, this right here should say it all from today. They just did a $2 trillion, let me remind you, a $2 trillion package stimulus for the US. And look what's going on. It ain't working, folks. It ain't working. Now, if I showed you the real-time debt clock, it's probably $30 trillion. Everything's blood red. Oil, gold's up, barely moving. Silver's down, which shouldn't be the case. Forex is down. 10-year bond is down. Bitcoin is up now. And crypto's up, funny enough, or barely. Well, it's up. So right there, that's where you got to be. You want to make money, that's where you got to be. I do videos on that. And then you go international with UK and Japan down. What more can I tell you? But let's get to the real story here. Okay, before I begin, if you are into this, please subscribe to the email list, quantlabs.net/nothing, quantlabs.net. Right here, get a couple of books, PDFs, books, fill out your info. I don't sell your info to anybody. Okay, let's get to the charts. So as I said here, we have our harmonic scans. Here's the leading Australia, New Zealand, down with the Australia, Japan yen, same with the franc. One thing I want you to pay attention to here when you have an excellent score coming off of a harmonic scan, 4 hour, you will not find anything Forex-wise in US dollar. Reason is because the US dollar basically sucks. The future of the US is not that bright. It's full of debt, lowest unemployed participation rate, 61%, lowest since 1973. Look at what happened during that time period. And here you got a Fed lying through their teeth trying to tell you that there's only 10% of the population unemployed. Okay, it's a lot higher than that, much higher than that. Okay, so that's one number lie. And that's why fundamentally, no matter what you hear in the markets or about the markets, they're lying to you. The Federal Reserve, Janet Yellen, Jerome Powell are factually lying to you. Look at our currencies here. The only one, there's two, the next two I will tell you look okay, but you can see here what happens. You have a rise up back in February, late February, declines, another pop. This is US Canada. Okay, here's where you're going to make a little bit have safety here, is in the USD Norwegian. Okay, just due to the fact it has a clean balance sheet. When the markets tank, that's what happens. Doesn't happen to gold, as it should. You would think that the US Treasury would be a safe haven, but we know that's a joke because, well, the US debt's too high. Then you get into gold, Swiss franc. It's been flat. Gold is manipulated. Gold is manipulated. There's been US banks, trading desks, fined in the millions for manipulating and suppressing gold. So when you look at here, gold and Swiss franc, it's flat. That should be moving up with the charts showing red. That's how it used to be. Australia, Swiss franc, again, flat. And that's at best. Same thing, Australia, Japan. Here, I really had hope. I really did. You see, we got a trend here, the Australia, New Zealand. And what's it showing us? We got short. And what happened the last 2 days, last 8 hours, I should say, pointing down, red bars. Okay, so that's why you're losing cashola on your portfolio long term. And a lot of the financial analysts are learning from guys like me, okay, the ones that have the CFAs that are running, 100, 200 million plus portfolios. Okay, so here, that's Euro Hungary, Euro Japan yen. Shouldn't that be moving up? Because Japan yen is looked upon as a safe haven. It ain't happening. Why? Because Japan's indebted too. But look at what happens with Norway. Moves up when things go bad. Now here's where I find it really interesting. I would hope that Euro and anything Singapore, Hong Kong would do well. It doesn't do well because they're indebted as well. Okay. Look what happens to the Japanese 225 market. Short, down. Russell, down. That big bar, down. Okay, that's the last few days. This one I would hope to have a bit of safe haven status. Ain't gonna happen. This is the US INR, India rupee. When you look at the last financial crisis in 2008, it was really China, and they were in explosive growth that kind of got us out. India would hopefully provide that for this time around. It ain't happening. And here's the funny one. Look at the treasury here. This is a 30-year bond. This is where the problems are. Okay, we've got two more of these. It's got a short. If you got a panic in the market on price, and this is what's driving the market to be driven down, and you're probably losing money, is the treasury. The treasury is not performing as it was and should, and that's a 30-year. Here's a 5-year, flat, but it's been in a solid decline. And we got an auction coming up for these things. If there's no buyers, then you know full well the U.S. is in real trouble. If there's no foreign buyers to buy up this quite literally junk, because the Congress, they're just credit card from the Fed. Let's have a party. And that's what they're doing. Here, as I said, you got a long here on the U.S. Canadian. That's the second one. Another long here on the USD Norwegian. So that's to confirm quite seriously that Norway is a good place to hide out in. Here's an interesting one. A long, even though it's been flat, is agriculture coin in US dollar. Remember I told you about Hong Kong? Guess what's been happening? Not too good, right? So same with pound against the yen, rand against the yen. It's been flat. Look at platinum. Flat. That's a precious metal. That should be up. Not this, but it's like, no good. All right. Australia USD is the only currency in US dollar that you'll find on these lists. And look what's been happening. It's been dying. Here I had some hope, and that was all because of what looked to be China was starting to add some manufacturing, and I'm not sure the price of copper, it was all in line. And now that ain't happening. Thanks coronavirus. Nasdaq, it's got a little long. How long will that last? I don't know. But why allow yourself to perform like this with very little return when you got crypto? Here's the S&P 500. Short, flat and short. Congratulations. Pound against the franc, same thing. You're not going to make money here. This one should be moving up. Why is it a short and why has it been flat? That's the U.S. and against the U.S. and Japan yen. Look at this. Another long for USD, Norway. Another one. That's 4. If you don't understand that, what can I do? It's a good place to park your money when things go bad. Okay, so here we are looking at XAU, gold, and Swiss franc and Japanese yen. Flat. It does have longs, but I wouldn't touch gold. It's just, I mean, if there's a panic, fine. But right now, it's just money tied up. Now, I've been telling you folks about what evil there is in the water yesterday. Look at, it's still in play. Well, okay, it's a short and a long. But to me, this is what you're going to watch. This XAU or gold and silver ratio. That's what you want to watch. Silver and Swiss franc, silver and euro, short, not good. Hong Kong, same. New Zealand, same. Here's the long for that. Singapore, short. Another short. Silver and Singapore. These are supposed to be safe havens to put money in. You ain't seeing them. This is why you're getting killed. Okay, here you got a short on the Australian 200. Wow, 3 of them, but 2 out of 3. Oh, actually, sorry, 4. 3 out of 4 are short. Not good. Okay, look, Australia, Hong Kong, Australia, Singapore, all shorting. Look at the performance here. Very bad. That is not looking good. Is it because of coronavirus? I don't know. Fundamentally, it's a house of cards that's starting to show its cracks. Euro, Australia. Yeah, we got some performance here because of Australia. Same with New Zealand. Now, let me tell you about these countries. Again, these might be okay places to be, both New Zealand and Australia, if you hold those currencies in the quote pair. See, but what I'm saying is there's nothing, only one, Australian US dollar, where the US dollar is held in. It's no good. From a foreign point perspective, it's no good. You can let all the Americans smoke all the drugs that they want to sell and promote, and let them think that they're the best. Quite clearly, unfortunately, they're not. There's just something brewing in the water. Something in the water. Hong Kong, shorts, performing really not good. Hong Kong, Japanese yen, flat. Netherlands, flat. Singapore, flat and short. Again, Singapore, Japanese yen. Here is some hope. Okay, Taiwan, if Asia gets it together, it's going to be countries like Taiwan. They really got it together. That's 2 longs there. Really good. One of the only markets that look really good. UK 100. Okay, you might want to hold some gilt 10-year. That's not too bad. Nasdaq, we have a long here, but it's not a very convincing long. Another long here for the 30-year bond. Okay, Saudi Arabia, not going anywhere. Big short there on the SPY, or sorry, the S&P 500. Look at how flat it looks with the with the 2-year bond for the US 10-year. It's got a long. I'm going to show you other charts here. USD, Japanese yen. But look, this is number 5, number 6, USD Norway longs. This is pretty convincing. It's very choppy, but if you want my opinion, don't hold gold, hold Norwegian. That's what I'd be telling you. Because Norway's going to blow up. It's going to be your best asset when things go bad. Soybean flat with a short, wheat with a long. Look at that big bar there. Agriculture could be maybe good, but again, I wouldn't tie up my money in those. Pound in the franc, flat, short, flat, short. That's what I'm saying. Okay, this is what I want to show you. Look at this big rise here. I had a lot of hope with copper. This is copper and US dollar, moved in line with what China was doing, and also the Australian dollar was moving in line with this. It's been flat and with a slight decline, and now it's got a short. That's thanks again, coronavirus. Okay, so this is why I'm really laughing at this whole process, because at this point, I thought, sure, there's gonna be a super cycle coming. Will and over the same rough period, same month, it's now been flat and declining. And I don't know where everything's going to go, but it's really, nobody saw it, was the treasury. The yield of the treasury was not looking good. So we're now good. I don't go beyond that on the good scores. So let's go through the 5-year. Now here's the thing. What I just showed you is a 4-year chart. Now I'm showing you the daily chart. See right here? Actually, let me show you this one. The 30-year. Okay, for those that follow all of last year, right and around here, one day you woke up to something called the repo operation overnight. And the Fed was putting out into the market $500 million. Then it went up to a few billion along through here. They had to do that because of the interbank liquidity was drying up. So this Fed had to step in and provide that. That was your first warning sign. And people just glossed it over in the news. Didn't care. So now we have this sudden decline since August of last year. And look at the slope of that decline. It's steeper now. Will we get out of it? Probably not. And that is right here, that last breath of this $2 trillion Treasury stimulus to get things going. Here's a stat that some people may not know. Over 40% of the US dollar and the entire money supply of US dollar, 40% of it was printed alone last year. That's how bad it's getting. So your dollar that you earn, the dollar that you buy things will be worthless tomorrow. That's why we have inflation. Your buying power will decline. And it's going to get worse and worse. I heard on Kaiser report, it was like a 10% inflation rate each year. 10% inflation rate each year. And you got this goofball called Powell saying, oh, it's just transitory. You got to remember, this is a guy who's got armed security. The guy getting how much he's paid. He's got a golden pension for the rest of his life. And I just look him up. Look up his net worth. I bet you he doesn't know how to even shop for an apple. He's out of touch. And same with Janet Yellen as well. Evil witch. And she wants to ban your last hope to make money, called crypto. Just evil and absolute beyond corrupt. Okay, so continuing along, 30-year treasury here is not looking good. Here's a 2-year. This one's holding pretty steady because it's short term. Let me see here. I'm shooting the 10-year. Look at that decline. That started October. And now look at where we're at. Really accelerating since Mr. Biden, Sleepy Joe, came to power. You cannot hide these facts that the US is in trouble. This is why people don't want to hold US dollar. Okay? This is why you're losing money and you'll continue to lose money. You can hold cash. Put it in a bank, and it's still losing money. The more you might have to more harder and longer to get back and retain the value of your US dollar that you earn. And it's right throughout the West because of the debt levels that these countries have, including mine in good old Canada with our dear leader, Mr. Trudeau. So let me show you what we had hope in. I did show you and talked about this. Okay. Daily chart of copper. It's been a really long run up. Okay. Up until this day here, February 22nd, it's come back and it's gone flat. Okay. And when you look at the Australian dollar, it's a very similar move. Okay. And why? When you look at China, China is the reason for that. All these spikes, those are stocks. China top 50. Okay, so a bunch of those companies are going to be corporations manufacturing things. And one of the things that they will use is base industrial metal. Copper is one of them. That's why you see copper on the move. But now look what's happened. It started to drop. Okay, and when you look at copper, it's not so bad because a lot of stuff is made in China. The copper is manufactured elsewhere as well. Russia, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia. because the US suppliers have moved their manufacturing outside of China into other Asian markets. That's why copper has not been affected as much. So there's a definite relationship here. And usually I like to also show Hong Kong as well, because it's still part of China, separate market. But if you look at the Hong Kong market, it's not so bad. It's a little more Western, obviously, but this does show things, okay? So there's that. And let's look at oil. Okay, so when you look at oil, okay, copper, oil, BCO, Brent crude oil, okay, and China. Can you not tell me that there's a link there? I think there is, because China was driving up the demand and the price of oil. Okay, so when China's hurting, like you see here, so you will see also Brent crude. And a lot of it has to do with the US as well, because as the US imports from China a lot of their final product. So when you look at platinum as another, I mean, does this chart make sense to you? I mean, I could probably pull up Bitcoin and show you it has better growth potential. And here I'm supposed to believe that Bitcoin's not going to go up in value. How can you make money here? How can you make money in any of these assets or instruments? The only one I could recommend knowing and showing what I'm showing you is probably Norway. And maybe some commodity that comes out of nowhere. I would have said a month ago, yeah, copper looks good. China looks good. Oil's definitely good. But now over the last month, we don't have those opportunities anymore. A lot of it could be due to the fact of the coronavirus. Obviously, probably most likely the reason of why this is. So now they bring out all these vaccines. They're being questioned. People aren't getting their little good boy, take your medicine shot. Yeah. So Hunter says no. No to what? No, you're not going to listen to your wife? You have to type a little more, my man. Okay, so that's what's going on. I don't think he probably likes the what I just said about crypto, but if he's interested to type up, I'm willing to participate in an online discussion. Type up more, Hunter, and if anyone else has anything to say. I think he's saying no on copper. But if you want to type up some, that's cool. If not, I think he means no, he's not going to let the dog out. There you go. What? No, I was agreeing to for chat doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any difference what you just expect. Okay, it doesn't make sense because, why? Because Hunter. I don't think this is Hunter Biden, you know, the guy that smokes crack cocaine. Joe Biden's lost son. But Hunter, type up the reason. I'm interested in hearing your logic. Are you a crypto skeptic? We just did a video on it. Okay, in the meantime, let me just talk this. Again, we've got the quantlabs.net if you want to get in on the free PDF stuff. I don't resell your stuff, your email, your contact, or anything. Thank you, Bayram. Great analysis. I appreciate that. I'm just waiting for Hunter to come back. Okay, what is the delay on chat because it's really behind? I don't think you understand that with YouTube. That's what they do. If you want to get on a Zoom session, I can set one up here. Let me just do that. I'm on a Zoom. Here, let me invite you into the Zoom. Just see here. Okay, if you can do your best to speak here. Okay, I am going to not share my screen anymore, and I am going to invite, let's see here, participant. So anybody who wants to come in and talk real time. Let me just see here, copy invite link. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again. Boom, boom. So if you want to get in on the chat, real live, I'll wait it out. I don't mind waiting. I'll put it in the, so here we go. If you want to get in real time, did you get the data from, yes, this is from Oanda, Bam. I just put the web Zoom link in there. If you want to jump in on that, I'll gladly have a chat with you, Hunter. I have no problem with that. Let me just see if anybody jumps on in. Okay. I don't know, like Hunter, I'm trying to work with you here. Oh, Bayram's in. Awesome, Bayram. How are you? Anybody else want to jump on in? How are you, Bayram? Do you want to jump in via chat? I can bring you in if you want. Yeah, here. Bayram, if you want to add anything.
Oh, hey, how are you then?
I'm just waiting for this Hunter guy.
I'm one of your.
Okay, hold on, Bayram.
I mean, you just showed.
I got you on low volume. Hang on here. I just bought a pair of speakers here.
Sure.
Go ahead, Bayram.
Yeah, I'm quite foreigner to the forex. I was just curious about how you're seeing these tickers, the pairs, and you are just modify your screen to see the patterns, harmonic patterns. How have you been using them?
Okay, it's simple stuff. Let me give you a quick lesson here. As I said, this is wave.
Yeah.
So here, what we've got here is let me just bring back. So right here under my scanning. So I'm going to show you the scanning. This is a scanning operation here. General, it's a name. Here's all the instruments I've added. So these are absolutely every single Forex pair and CFD you can get on Oanda. And I just feed it in. Okay. And then with the bar size, as I said, it's a 4-hour chart, and the criteria. And set it up as a harmonic type. And then, as I said, you add in all the instruments that you want, which is 149, it looks like. 4-hour chart criteria, and I do everything. It scans every single pattern of harmonics, and then just start, and that's what I'm showing you. Simple as that.
Okay, great. So when it scores, does it really score live? Like if I get the software development kit with this, is it really going to give me the right idea with the score?
Well, right here, I'm just started it. So on any of these, okay, let me just pull up. So you see here the score. This is a rating based upon what it thinks on terms of accuracy, on projection, on a short, long, on the price move. And it's just that score, and that's all I use. So in there, I just make that judgment of, is it a long, is a trend there? Yes, no. And then you can also kind of quantify it based upon the score itself, if it's excellent or very good.
Okay, great. Thank you.
It's fairly reliable.
That's very good. I mean, based on your suggestion, I'm planning to get one of these subscription. At least I had some trial. I'll download the SDK literally tomorrow sometime. We'll try to get on it.
Yeah, and just so you know, if you're into harmonic scans, the one you want to look for is automatic harmonic scans. So there's a study for that does the same thing. And you also can scan by using Elliott waves or your own study that you build. I mean, this is the beauty of MotoWave. I don't know any other platform that has these sort of capabilities.
Very, very, very nice. Cool.
Yeah, and if you got the let me just pull up the link here from Motorwave. Okay, and here the different editions. And here I'm operating in the dark. I'm still waiting for Hunter. Okay, so here's your pricing. So the different editions you can get. I mean, standard's usually probably the most popular one to start with. Okay, and you can move up from there. And obviously, I think it was you that asked what version I have. You have the ultimate here. Yeah, yeah. So that's a pretty good deal right now on the sale. So I would definitely jump on that.
Nice. Well, I really don't want to pay like kind of 1,000 in one go. If it is a month subscription, it may be worth paying it really, but it really works for you. But right now, because I don't have integration at that point of time, and I'm literally trying to write a bulk based on your video course, so it is little early stage for me to jump on that subscription at that point of time, but I will definitely do that.
Okay. Okay. Because I do know that that this thing is absolutely a great piece of software. Out of all the platforms that I've seen, I do not recommend it anything less than Motorwave. I mean, you can get the community edition for free and just play around with it. So, I mean, it's fairly limited, but the thing I like, even at the standard version, you get access to all the source code for all the different studies. So you can see how the source code works, like 200, I think 300 plus studies.
That's very good.
How much you pay for that?
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you. It's a good idea. I will go from there.
Okay. Okay. It's a good piece of software, as I said. I mean, that's why I like using it. But I'm just still waiting to hear back from our friend Hunter.
Sure. Thank you.
It's like it's suddenly no something else, and he stops. I don't know if he's still listening. I don't know.
Could be around.
But you agree with what I'm saying here on this type of analysis with the U.S. dollar and the U.S. debt and all that?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm as I said, I'm following it to the forex analysis. This is probably the second time I'm joining the conversations that you are making, the points that you are highlighting. I definitely agree with the points.
But I mean, I know you were on the crypto, but are you seeing what I'm saying about the crypto? It's pretty well only the place to be to not just make money.
I definitely track you down. Yeah, I definitely track you down on the crypto side of things. Yeah. And I think I really need to make it more habit to join every single call, to be honest.
Okay, well, we're here.
Time difference, zone difference.
Yeah, no, but I've got somebody. I got a couple of people in Australia. They're 14 hours ahead of me. But the good thing about all is, especially with crypto, it's all universal.
Absolutely.
And I'm always online. You've been on quite a number of my streams now. If it's
and you're on Discord right now.
Yeah, and that too. Discord, Telegram. I'm not so much on the good old Facebook, but I get myself out there. But I do think that what I'm saying in this video, there's a lot of people that are probably losing their shirts, and the real only hedge out there that works is crypto. I mean, that's why Bitcoin has moved up to $57,000, $60,000 just the last few weeks.
Yeah, I've seen what literally happening, and I see I was literally on the previous live stream that you did, and it is quite interesting to see someone literally doing some positive comments on the market. I have to be honest, you don't see much people doing this, and trading live and getting really good profit, about 10%. was literally watching what you did about yesterday. It was
Yeah.
about 10% return, and today about 9%ish, almost 10%. That's very good.
Yeah, and there's, like I said, I mean, if you look at, I mean, I know we're talking here Forex and CFD stuff, but let me pull up a browser here. I mean, the one coin, if you were to want to hold it, that's way better than is Theta USDT. That's a great coin. Actually, I don't have my motorway for crypto up, but hang on here. Theta. Like instead of typing in the dark here. Theta USDT. Hopefully you can see that. Actually, it did pretty good. Let me pull up Binance. Here we go. So I think this is a really good hedge. Just look at that. I mean, it's not just, that's just today, that move there. I mean, it's 28% move.
That's good amount.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
Cap on all the coin rankings. Okay. I'm telling you, it's right up there now. I think it's in the top 15. Theta, where are you? Yeah, top 10 now. It's number 9. People are discovering this coin now. And look at its moves. And it's going to continue to move up.
I believe
so. It's only had three or four red days, mostly up.
Okay.
So that's just one prime example of a buy and hold strategy that you can use to retain your value of whatever you have in a portfolio, or this could be your new digital gold.
Yeah, why not?
And you know, I don't.
Performing today.
Yeah, yeah, but that's why I'm all about crypto. And if you have access to Binance.com, I think with Binance US, you might be able to get onto a coin like Theta. Let me just see if that is available for US. If it is, and that's definitely a coin I would look at. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, but there's some coins here we went through on the webinar last night that look really good, that you can hold, that do really well. Let me see one of them. Yeah, H-bar is a good one. Mana was good. Engine's been doing really well. And this is for the US. That's been doing pretty good. So there's some, and StorageA was doing well today. So you can still do well on a US exchange. So no reason not to do it compared to using that as your digital gold, that you're not getting the performance either with the US dollar or with gold itself or one of the precious metals. There's literally nothing out there that I see outside of Norway that you could hold if things go bad.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You also mentioned about the monthly subscription for the indicators that you're providing on your service, Brian.
Yeah.
I was a little. I mean, I have no clue about what they are, what the indicators showing, or what type of system that you're using. I was just curious about.
Did you watch my video prior on the crypto?
Yeah.
Okay, I went through that kind of in detail, but I'll pull it up again for you. Here, this is the Quant Labs Academy shop. Okay, so you can see this here.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so look for the little light bulb here. This 3-month alert. So in here, what I've got. Are you a programmer or a developer?
I'm a developer.
Okay, so do you know Python?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, all the better for you, because how it works is you get a signal, and then through this, there's 2 videos you can listen to or sorry, 2 podcasts. These 2. So the first one I've highlighted there is the actual Python source code, the trading client. So what that does, it will receive the signal from my server, all the stuff that I put up and shown on my previous video on the crypto. You get those signals, the trading client will receive them, and then there's a source code to turn around and do the trade for you automatically.
Is it on daily basis?
No, it's intraday.
Sorry?
It's intraday. It does multiple
intraday.
hundreds of trades.
Okay. So basically you provide the source code as well alongside with the signals. Do we have to deal with any type of data, like say we're on a usual crypto bot, we have to download and deal with open, high, low, close?
No. Well, you're getting the trading signal, so you're going to get the time and the pair to trade at that time. And what the trading client does, it synchronizes with those signals, and then it will trade on your behalf in trade with your Binance account.
Okay, great. I will have a look. I'll glance over and see how it looks like. Really, I'm pretty sure it's useful.
And the other thing is, I provided pre-configured virtual server on Vulture that I can transfer you from my account with the script in it. Everything's ready to go. The only thing you have to put in is your API keys.
That won't be a problem. That won't be a problem. But first, I think I need to go through that video and the source code that you put over there, and see how it looks like. I'm not sure about that Vulture that you mentioned about the data center in Japan. I was more focused on AWS nowadays, but I'm switching between data centers. Will definitely not going to be a problem.
Well, Vulture is fairly cheap. It's $10, $20. So you could get, I mean, if you're technical, you're only hosting a Python script. If you're technical enough, you could go in and set up your own Linux server for as little as $3. And then you just install the Python with the Python script, and you can run it in Tokyo, have like ultra low latency, and it's doing the same thing as what the Windows server would do. The only difference is it's for non-technical people.
I see. I believe that you did great work on this.
Well, thanks. Because I mean, AWS is too expensive, I find. Because with Vulture, it's like it's not a fixed cost, but the bandwidth, it's really high. If you get a cloud compute account, okay. I mean, here you can get a 10 gig account with one CPU, 512 meg. That's more than enough for one Python script. You probably go through 1 or 2 terabyte, all for $5-10 a month.
It is unbelievably cheap. I'm cheap. You can't really imagine how much I'm paying on monthly basis. Sometimes you pay 300 around a month, sometimes 200. This is unbelievably cheap. I mean, the costing shouldn't be a problem.
Well, the thing is that you get what you get with Vulture is really, really, really good support, and I don't get really. That's part of the other problem.
Okay.
And you can also get a $100 credit as well. So even if you got a $100 credit, that should, if you, let's say, get like 10 months worth of server charges of 10 months.
Okay, that's cool. I think they are just trying to get some customers.
Yeah, or if you want, if you're, as you say, cheap, you could just run it local, the Python script locally on your computer.
Absolutely, yeah. Let me see how the script looks like first. I will definitely get on
it. Yeah. So if you want that, go. I'll put this in the chat for you. in
Sure.
the I'll put it in the YouTube for everybody that's watching.
Yeah.
And in there, as I said, you just want to listen to these audio versions. This is a code walkthrough of the Python source code right here.
Cool.
Okay, and then that will walk. It's like a 50-minute audio file, and you can go through line by line on how it works.
Okay. We'll try to finish. We'll try to finish it sometimes this week. 15 minutes is not long.
Yeah, well, there's two videos. The one video on Vultr, the Vultr virtual server, is about half hour, and the other video, the Python source code one's about 50 minutes.
Cool. What about the Elite subscription? If someone got the Elite subscription, are you giving this the quant analytic alerts for 1 year, or is it possible?
Well, this one, I think you're speaking of this Elite one. That includes everything that's listed, everything.
Everything. Okay. What is this still 3 months, or is it going to be for 1 year signals?
It's one. Yeah, it's 1 year.
Okay. Okay.
Everything, including the analytics stuff as well, the signals and all that.
If I can manage to get on the Vultr and your script, I think it will be better to go for 1 year subscription. It seems like it's more cheap when you compare with just a single product, analytic signals.
Well, but just also understand that because the trading now is verified by cointrack.info, a lot of people want that, but what they don't understand is that puts me at a premium level. So you know what I'm saying, all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like I'm trying to discourage you.
Yeah, I think I need to spend some more time on it. That's why I just keep track you.
Yeah, I understand, but understand that today I think it broke through 10% return. Saturday was about 15%. So you're getting double-digit returns with these signals.
That sounds very good.
And with the futures bot, it's on average since I've launched it last week, it's returning about 0.5% each day. So I think it will pay for itself really fast.
I believe definitely it will pay itself quick. The problem is, well, I mean, you are full time dedicated on your own,
I see. Yeah, for jobs. Yeah.
You understand what I mean. You probably run a couple of more bots already in different exchanges. Yeah, I mean, I believe that you do perfect.
But that's why I built out this analytics service the way I did, because it's a virtual server. You set it up once, forget about it, with the source code to do all the trading for you. So all you do every day is just check your trading account on Binance, make sure it's all good. And if it's working, you don't have to worry about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I've got people in your same situation. They've got jobs. They don't want to run this thing locally on their home system. And for $5, $10, $20 a month on the Vultr, they get a pretty good kick-ass server plus the script. Signals come in and it trades on your behalf with Binance.
I mean, that looks definitely perfect in terms of time saving. What I also want to understand, we have all these signals, the indicators, the harmonic patterns, etc. So it just builds. I just build the knowledge at top of what I have. Sometimes watching. Most commonly I watch you, your channel. Definitely, you're my favorite man, and I also watch some other traders, but I don't focus most commonly on others. It is just a matter of time. You build the knowledge, but obviously you have 10 years, probably more than 10 years of experience and knowledge, and it really costs you a lot in terms of building that kind of platforms. Well, myself, I'm just a software developer or quality engineer. I can build the systems. It can work very fast, or it can do some magic. But definitely, the financial knowledge and the technical knowledge is definitely something different. It
Yeah.
is not something I have.
Well, the thing is with this though, there's not a lot of magic to it. I mean, the MotiveWave, it's totally separate from the Python and the trading script. I just use MotiveWave to demonstrate the charts of what's happening in the markets, be it the CFD, Forex, or crypto. So they're two separate things.
Yes, I'm aware. Yeah, I'm aware. You just mentioned about the SDK as well.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're short for time and all you care about is making money in the markets, you don't care about your knowledge in the markets. I mean, that's something separate. But if you were like really short on time, I would just go with this virtual server I've got, put that trading script, which is already there, and just let it ride.
Yeah, I mean that sounds great. It will definitely cover itself, I believe. Yeah, I will definitely pull this source code first. I will watch and listen that audio and see what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
So I'm trying to be upfront as much as possible without revealing a lot of the trading secret stuff.
I appreciate that.
And then I lose my edge, right?
I know how difficult it is.
But the thing is, if you were a Python guy, and with that Python infrastructure course I got, and you get really good at that framework, you could probably develop your own bots within. I can do a complete bot from scratch probably in 6 hours.
I believe you can do it. I was watching that building blocks course you did.
Yeah.
I think I was at the section about 8 or something.
Yeah.
I watch all of them, and it just gave me clear idea about where you're heading. I built the partial bit, but I haven't completed the course. In the middle of it, I just jump into some different frameworks, some different bots on the market. That's why I just didn't complete it. I'm going to finish it soon, definitely.
Yeah.
It another matter that you are closing or disabling your blog, which just made me sad a little bit because of all that Google did. I download your videos, to be honest, on this course to watch them online. Offline.
Yeah.
Or on my computer. I will definitely finish that. I will see, but it definitely doesn't take my 4 hours in the first time. Especially I wasn't aware about all this data, open, high, low, close, etc. When you are doing it from scratch, this is what you end up with. It doesn't take 6 hours in the beginning, but I'm pretty good with it, and it was just $300 or something. It just really covers what you pay. You get more than what you pay. Yeah, I really appreciate it. It really helped me.
No problem. I appreciate that. Because I mean, it's the basis of what I've been doing for the last 2 years with crypto and Binance and Python. And as I said, it's a power. If you get really good at it, you can turn around and develop bots really fast. And you can do the same thing with Forex as well. If you have a Python frame, like FXCM or Oanda. But like with what I'm seeing and over the last few years, I'd rather put the effort into crypto. Still there?
Yes, yeah. I think you're really doing really good on crypto first of all.
Yeah, well, thanks, man.
Yeah.
But is there anything else you wanted to ask or anything?
Not at that moment of time, but I have to go ahead and watch, listen this audio and pull the source code and glance over. Meanwhile, I will also check the Oanda features, like
Okay.
all this, what you call the studies,
Yeah.
and I'm really interested about the Hirsch cycle that
Yeah.
you previously show, and you call it premium study. I will take it serious what you say. I just took it, noted down. I will probably just play around. I will definitely have some questions going forward.
Yeah. By all means. And where are you based out of? It sounds like you might be out of UK.
I'm in UK. Yeah, I'm in London.
Okay.
Yeah, this Canary Wharf around here, all the financial center in London. I'm very close there.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, not too bad. It's midnight here. It's
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty dedicated to stay up and talk to me on YouTube about this.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
Okay.
But if you don't have any other questions, I might have to get going here. I got a little chihuahua here who's getting a little hungry, I think.
Whoa. Nice boy. Okay. You have a good night, Ryan. We'll speak to you soon then.
Okay, man. You have a good day and say bye to everybody and thanks for the likes.
Okay, I appreciate it. Speak to
Okay,
you.
man. Have a good night. See ya. Bye.
Cheers.